Welcome to League of DC special stream. This is Futuristic Samurai interview, and I'm gonna bring on my guest on in a second, but I gotta bring on my co-host first. That is Jay Heat. So let's just bring him on.
What's up?
What's up? So let's introduce the guest and the person that we're gonna interview, and that is Nick from the Phoenix Press.
What's up?
What's up? So this is your your thing, and obviously you have got a comic coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So let's discuss about it because this is something big, and obviously you recently did a comic called what's it called, Screecher. Now this is
Mm-hmm.
completely different. This is on a different level, and it's basically a samurai comic. So care to
Yeah,
explain
totally
and
different. Totally different.
care to explain and elaborate?
Yeah, so this comic it's a story of a young samurai named Hiro who gets
Yeah.
transported from the cyberpunk from feudal Japan into the cyberpunk future of 2100. And he's left stranded on the mean streets of Neo Detroit, and he has to fend for himself. He's got to find out like what am I gonna do? He's got to find himself. Really, it's all big new world for him.
Yeah. Essentially, so this is a whole new world for him. Uh, Obviously it's set in year 2100. I'm guessing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, is now my question to you are obviously what is the guy's protagonist or what's his name? And
I said it in the whole spiel I just did. His name's Kiro.
Spirit. Okay.
Hero. KK.
Hero. Okay.
Hero with a K.
Oh,
Kira.
Kiro. Kiro.
Kira.
Sorry. Kiro.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Um. Also, I wanted to ask you is how many issues have you got for this? So this is obviously
Uh,
the third one.
yeah. So right now I have 5 issues planned for this volume one. I do plan to go from there, but I'm just working on volume one right now.
Okay, nice, nice.
Nice.
So obviously, I haven't read any of the other issues or gone diving into this, but could you explain how did we get to the futuristic world, or how did
Well,
it get?
basically what happened is one day a portal kind of opened up in the basement of the elder's house. There's kind of like some shenanigans that I'll kind of reveal later and whatnot. So Kiro and his fiance Mishi step through the portal,
Yeah,
and it goes from like kind of like classical like Nobunaga esque kind of Japan, warring states kind of thing, and it goes to like this like a very cyberpunk Blade Runner kind of future. The portal itself kind of altered their physiology a little bit, kind of giving them certain abilities, kind of think like Matrix power, like jumping, reaction time, and whatnot. And there just is this whole kind of like mystery, like why did the portal open up? How do we get these abilities? What's going on? Why were there seemingly a team of people waiting for us to ambush us and kill us and whatnot? Like, what's going on?
okay. I mean, I find it interesting, very interesting that they went through a portal and the gone from where they were originally to a future setting, um, and they have to basically what's it called, change the way they are, essentially from like like an olden type like setting to a new type of setting,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Um, so now that has happened and they're in the future setting, what uh my question is, of course, is there any enemies for this? For the for the
Oh yes. There are enemies all around. The primary ones are the Ensnar Corporation,
Okay,
who may or may not be the ones who have orchestrated them coming to this time period. And then there's rival warlords, other gang members, and just general just some buttholes.
okay, That's
That's
interesting.
interesting. But my first question to you is, what inspired you to kick off 2100 in this futuristic samurai story?
I would say The Matrix was a big inspiration. Stuff like Ghost in the Shell, Blade Runner. I just kind of wanted to kind of do my own kind of thing in that kind of regard, and I just basically took like off all of like my favorite things and kind of just put it into a blender, and this is the result.
Nice, nice.
Nice. And I mean, I'm definitely very intrigued of the way it was inspired,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm also intrigued at the fact that they used the like it's a portal that they went step through that they went into the future. Were you thinking to go to year 3000 at one point, or no? You said no. I want to stick to this.
No, 2100. I actually have a whole like this is like my universe that I play with, and trust me, by the year 3000, let me just give you a bit of a spoiler alert. Earth will be abandoned, long since abandoned, and it'll be basically think Wally. So in my universe, but that's getting into more of my books territory. So that is a bit of a spoiler right there.
Will we
Okay.
expect a crossover between Samurai and Screecher of some kind, or are these just is this completely standalone?
No, this actually is in the same universe. Just you got some time distance between them, so crossovers are planned. Actually, the first big one is going to be a crossover between my first comic, Product Access, in 2100. The comics, like those two comics, are pretty well intertangled. Product Access is set in our modern day, so you see some time travel shenanigans with that.
Definitely. But I guess the biggest aspect I would come in because I'm new. By the time I officially joined Comics League, knew these guys, became consistent co-host with them. Issues two, one, and two were already out.
Yeah.
So I'm actually planning on getting I believe it's a $30 tier where it's a complete recap.
Yep, you get issues 1, 2, and 3 physical.
Nice, nice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like obviously. So what's the highest tier and what's the lowest tier? Care to explain?
Yeah, so like if you wanna pull up my campaign, like share it and
Yep.
whatnot, we can kind of go
Yep.
through it.
Sure. Let me just get the
Yeah,
uh.
yeah, I'd be happy to go through the tiers. It's just better with a visual aid.
Yep. There we go. I was just reading through it.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good.
So obviously this is in UK, so sorry about like the conversion.
No, it's fine. You're good. You're good, brother.
All right, let me just refresh it. There we go. So okay, so here's the options. So it says here
Uh
you got.
it's not screen sharing yet.
Oh, it isn't. Sorry about that.
Ten- Technical difficulties, everyone.
That's my
It's
fault.
it's all good. It's all good.
Alright,
Now,
there we
these metric system numbers or USD
Did you
numbers?
did you just say metric system numbers?
go. Yeah, I think he did.
I'm sorry. That is funny. I'm sorry, JE. I'm not making fun of you. It's just that's funny.
My fault. My fault.
Uh, Greater
So
British Pound, I think it is.
yeah, so it's in British pound, but obviously it says below dollars. So okay, okay, let's explain the tiers essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one obviously is a digital comic.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, that's just for the comic. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it just gets you the digital issue 3 and whatnot.
Okay.
Just kind of like a basic tier. I also have that for like the international people because I'm not really offering international shipping because it's expensive and a pain in the butt. So, um, sorry. If anyone does want to buy a physical comic, they can reach out to me and we can make special arrangements. That's the best I can say. Oh, did Claudia freeze on us?
Hello.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm lagging
yeah,
on my end.
yeah,
Okay, just want to
that
make
was
sure everyone can hear me.
now I can hear. Yeah.
So So the digital, this is from the digital tier is like $5 plus tax. Is that what you're saying, Nick?
Yes, it's $5 freedom.
Okay. The second tier is physical comic for $10,
Yes.
and you get two digital and one physical.
Yes, basically you get issue 3 physical, and then you could also get issue 1 and 2 digital.
Okay, nice. And then the next one up is a goodie bag. So
Yeah,
so you get
yeah,
trading cards
and stickers.
and stickers. Okay. What would the trading cards contain?
The trading cards are, um, sorry, I'm just trying to grab. The trading cards are basically kind of like sports cards, like top trading cards. I've offered
Okay.
them in my previous campaigns, and then the stickers. I actually have one of them right here that I can show you guys. It's going to be a set of 3 stickers and a set of 4 trading cards. 2 of them are of characters that are a bit of a kind of a twist at the end, so like that's why they're kind of like question marked out. But here
Okay.
is one of these stickers you would get. This,
Okay. Let me just full screen it. There you go.
yep,
Nice.
this is the main character Kiro,
Nice.
and this is one of 3. I have 2 currently printed. The third one is currently in production, so it'll be ready by the time the campaign ends and whatnot. But yeah, this is literally one of the stickers you would get. So just so you have an idea of what it is. The other 2 are like kind of smaller, but like this is like the main guy Kiro, so he's a little bit bigger.
Okay. Cool. So back to the page itself. Next one up on the lip is catch up tiers, and you get all three comics in physical.
Yes, physical.
Physical. Okay. And then Blood and Steel. Care to explain Blood and Steel for me?
So this is kind of like a collector's edition version. So first off, you get everything that has been on offer so far. You get like physical issue 1 and 2. You get the stickers. You get the trading cards, and then like the issue 3, it becomes the Blood and Steel edition. So what that entails is it's
Yeah.
a 1 of 25 limited edition. The cover is going to have spot foil on it. It's going to be hand numbered to like something of 25. It'll be signed at least by me. If I can get it signed by ZV, it's cool. There may be a print on offer. I just haven't got the arrangements for that figured out yet, so can't guarantee it. But what's really cool is Talati, if you could scroll down a little bit to
Ye-
when you see like the fireball. That I want to actually know when you see the people talking. Scroll down a little bit
Uh,
more, down a little more, down more.
yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It just I want to kind of show people. Kind of scroll down. All right. Yep, that picture right there. Scroll. Yep, thank you. So the Blood and Steel edition. So regularly it's going to be grayscale, but the Blood and Steel edition we're going to be adding the addition of red. That's why I'm calling it the Blood and Steel edition. You got like the steel, which is like the grayscale, and then blood is like the red portion. And yeah, it's looking really good.
So
Nice.
basically something like Sin City. Basically, will have that.
Exactly.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. So like, so what tier would you suggest for people to get?
Well, obviously, I'd like them to get the Blood and Steel edition, but basically, with my tier, I'm just trying to hit upon the basics of what kind of people want. For people who just want the comic, you
Yeah.
got the $10. Each tier is for a different type of person. Like that's the whole point of these. If you're international or you just want digital, you got the digital. If you just want the comic, you got the physical. If you want a little bit of extras, you got the goodie bag. If this is your first time seeing Torn Samurai and you want to get like the whole story at once, there's the catch-up tier. And if you want like everything, you want the collector version, there's that. So it really depends on like who you are and what you're kind of wanting.
Okay. Cool. So when is this comic actually released, or is it released right now?
It is not released right now. We're still kind of finishing up the comic book. We're basically kind of doing the final pencils and inks right now. But we're shooting to have this out no later than the end of the year. That much I can promise.
Okay, so no later than the end of the year. Um, and I'm guessing that because obviously you're doing the Indiegogos
Mm-hmm.
for this, right? So if people back this and you reach that goal, will there be a further extension for more people to back it?
If you're saying if I'll extend another 30 days, I don't think I will. Um, because
Oh no, I mean if you reach the goal that you want to
oh,
reach.
as far as stretch goals, yeah, I have some in mind. Like, there's kind of like a big one at $3,000. But beyond that, you'll just have to fund the comic, and we'll see.
Okay.
Like, I will
Let,
say this: at
mhm.
$3,000, I plan on offering a 8-page comic detailing the backstory of one of the characters.
Oh, like a collector's volume, like a data book, basically.
No, it's more of like a supplementary kind of thing. Like, just 8 page. I got the script written. It was for a project that I was going to do called 2100 Dreams that ended up not panning out. But I still have the script, and I want to like do these little vignettes of my characters kind of doing their origin story. This one will be for Quell.
Okay.
Do you want me to play the trailer for people to see?
Yes, please.
Okay, there we go.
Give us a few minutes to set that up.
Alright, and there we go. That is the trailer
Mm-hmm.
for 2100 Samurai issue 3 final trailer. Uh, very cool music by the way. I gotta say that, right?
Thank you.
Used
Nice
for
touch. Really nice touch.
yeah,
Yep,
agreed.
and it's the campaign's been going pretty well so far. We're closing in on 30%. Hoping I can get that today. We'll see if that happens. But yeah.
Okay, cool. So obviously I want to bring this up is like this is obviously you said that this is connected to Screecher in terms of the universes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, will you ever do a crossover with Samurai and Screecher in the future?
Yes.
You heard it here,
Oh,
here first. You heard it
okay,
here first, folks.
that is
God, it's
pretty
awesome.
That is 100% going to happen. The only question it's not a question of if, but when.
but right,
And the
yes.
and the if and the when question I cannot answer at this moment.
Of course, because you wanna try and amp up as much as you can with the hype for both comics right now,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both hot as it is. So
Yeah.
so like obviously there's a lot more to come for for like issue 4 and 5 because you only got 2 issues left.
Yeah, so the way that I have Volume 1 structured, I've basically been doing there's two story arcs in Volume 1.
Yeah,
There was Traveling, Part 1 and 2, which was issues 1 and 2. That story arc is done.
yeah,
So now we're starting
yeah.
a 3-parter called The Vow. This is a Vow Part 1 of Bridge Too Far. Um, I was gonna I didn't put the Vow in there because like the title would have been too long, so I just put like the title in there. Um, and this 3-parter is basically Kiro's a little bit more established. Like basically issue 3 takes place kind of a few weeks after issue 2. He's been training Tyler and whatnot. He's pretty eager to kind of take the next step, kind of think like a little bit of Anakin from Star Wars kind of thing. Um,
Impatient.
yes, you see a little bit of that in the issue. They kind of have a bit of a conflict after they get after they have like this battle kind of thing. And then Kiro himself has some emotional hangups, like just because he disowned Mishi doesn't mean he hasn't emotionally gotten over her. So like, even though the sword is technically his to give out. He still kind of sees it as Mishi's sword, and he's emotionally having a problem letting it go. It's like, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yes.
definitely.
So yeah, you got some good conflict going on, and like, it's like with the death of I'm passing out some spoilers here. So
Yeah.
Be
Uh,
warned.
we want for spoilers.
yeah, so like with the death of some loved ones of Tyler's, it kind of opens up a power vacuum where the warlord Gladden is going to try and exploit it. That's kind of basically what the events of this issue deal with. Issue 4 is going to be crazy because like you kind of have like this martial artist trying to like some stuff happens, and then issue 5 is the culmination of it. You got like some really great moments in that one. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's going to be great.
Yeah, and like like obviously I'm excited for the future for you when it comes down to this comic, and I'm sure it will be a success 110%. Um, now obviously you obviously are doing this. You're still promoting Screech, I'm guessing, in some way,
Uh,
shape, or form.
yeah, on and off, I still mention her. She seems to be the more popular of the two characters. I'm not gonna lie, people really seem to like Screecher, and of course I like that. But with this book, I definitely enjoy it, and it's a more popular. It's the one that I really believe in this book, and I want to at least get it to volume 1 and then go from there. Like, if things kind of, if I ended at volume 1, that's fine, but I at least want to finish volume 1, at least kind of finish that first volume and then see where it goes. I'm talking about Sword Samurai here. Screecher is a hit.
Yeah,
What would you say would be
yeah.
a
I'm
good
just
milestone? What would you say would be a good tier or a milestone once you've completed volume 1 if you're going to continue the story?
Um, well, basically my plan with Sword Samurai is once I do volume 1, I'm going to do some tweaking. Like issues 1 and 2 are going to be redone in this style, like this grayscale style, and it's all going to be black, white, and red. And I'm going to publish it in a manga format.
I
But
had noticed you were taking a more mangaka style approach. So, will this be similar to the Blood edition, or will this just be a re-release?
it'll be similar to the Blood and Steel edition, but it's going to be all 5 issues in one volume are going to be like that. Going to be more the style.
okay. So it will be something like an omnibus type of thing.
Yeah, it's like a volume 1.
Yeah.
Volume 1 is titled "The Samurai in Neo Detroit," by the way. And then my goal from there is to get into bookstores like Barnes and Noble or just like your regular comic stores, because I really feel strongly that if I can get this in the manga section of Barnes and Noble, some kid, they see Torn Samurai, they see the great cover, they open it up and they see the black, white, and red, they're gonna go, "Whoa!" and they're gonna want to grab it. And I think it could be very successful if I can just get it across that finish line.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I'm just like obviously I would you ever do it internationally, get it for bookstores internationally?
Uh, yeah, I probably have to partner with someone, but I would be more than open to that idea.
Nice. Nice. I just
Nice.
because I wanted to ask that question because obviously you do have people from abroad that
Yeah, it's
would
just
be
getting stuff
invested in this.
international is a pain in the butt, and I'd love to do it. For the record, I would love to get this book international. I'd love it to be in shops in the UK, Japan, Germany, Russia, Korea. I'd love to. It's just getting it there is kind of the
No
problem.
problem. Yeah, I can
Definitely, I
understand.
can see that. I can see that.
I can understand that. So like obviously with Samurai being uh on the Indigo stuff right now, you've got like how many days was it you've got left?
I think 28. We launched this on Friday, so
Yeah, 28 days. Yes.
yeah. So
Okay.
it's just beginning. We're in our first week. It's
Yeah,
still pretty young.
you still got a long way to go, but I reckon you reached the 1,000 goal mark in my opinion.
Yeah, I
Um,
think really good start.
yeah.
I'm hoping to get to about 50% funded by the end of week 1. and then as long as I can be about 75% funded going to the last week, I think I got this. And
Not,
as far as getting there, I think like I'm at 28%. I think 50% funded by the end of week one is very possible.
With the
yes.
current market in comic books, did you have a hard time or any difficulty with distribution?
Distribution is not really that much of a problem. I mean, I pretty much do local stuff. I don't really do go. I'm not really national. Like outside of like selling it on Indiegogo or on the online stores. This is pretty much a local comic to the Metro Detroit area. Like I sell it at conventions. I get it in some of my local stores. So beyond online, physically, it's only really available in the Metro Detroit area. So if you live in that area, yeah, odds are there's a store near you that's carrying like Screecher right now.
Okay,
Nice, nice.
nice, nice. Um, like when this comic does release, because you are, well, you said in the future, like in the next 6 months at least. Um, the question is, of course, will you be promoting it then as well?
Of course, I always kind of promote my books. To be fair, Screecher is planned to drop in October, so that kind of will be taking the priority come the fall. But I'm always kind of promoting my stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. Because I know that you're doing book signings this week. Sorry, this week was it? It was this weekend, right? You said.
Yeah, it was it was last Friday.
Yeah, last Friday. That's correct. Yeah. So when this comic does come out, and let's say you're doing another signing, can people expect to get you sign their physical copies when it comes down to down to if they are
Oh yeah,
second tier?
yeah. Like I always have copies of all my comics at conventions, unless I'm out of them. But then I try to restock as soon as possible. But I sign for free. So like if you buy one of my comics, you sign free. But like even if you come to my booth and you have one of my comics, you ask me to sign it, I'll still sign it for free. Because in my mind, if you're going through the trouble of bringing a comic that you supported to me to sign, I'll sign it for free just out of gratuity. You know, like I'll be so grateful that you supported me. Like I don't care, even if you sign it then walk away. I'm just so grateful that you supported me in the first place. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'll sign it for free. Who cares?
Nice, awesome. I just like I'm looking forward to seeing issue 4 and 5, of course, to see where it takes us in terms of art style. Well, obviously the art style will be the same in terms of like compared to issue 3, but I just want to see how it all ends up being at the end. Like I would love to see that. In it also,
Let me
question.
just kind of give you an idea where things going.
Yeah,
Issue 5 is gonna be the name of the book is gonna be called Rise of a Samurai.
Rise of a Samurai. Okay.
Um, if you're getting some Ghost in the Shell connotations, that's because it's deliberate.
Oh, okay. I'm just uh I just think what's it called? I find it intriguing that like what the comic is all about. Um, obviously, like I love your comic superhero stuff. I read Screecher. I did take my time with it, but I love it so far.
I
Enjoying,
appreciate that.
been enjoying that. But obviously, with this one, it's completely different ball game to me. So coming into this, I was expecting something something unique, and it is. It's completely unique after watching the trailer.
Yeah,
Uh,
Screecher and Torn Samurai are very different, not just in how they look, because obviously one's full color, one's black and white.
yes,
Screecher is more of a traditional Western superhero comic, and then Torn Samurai is more of a East meets West American manga kind of thing. One is all Screecher is all ages, Torn Samurai is mature audiences only. They are very different, but I think they both kind of have a certain heart to them, which kind of comes from same person writing them.
yes. Jahi, do you have any further questions you want to ask Nick about the comic?
Yes. What really Now you did cover briefly what inspired you to write 2100, But what really got you into starting indie comics to begin with? If you could briefly just explain that.
Well, I've always I really kind of got into writing. I'd probably say late high school. And fun fact, Turn Samurai is actually my first comic book creation, dating all the way back to 2005.
Really?
Basically, I do remember when I sat down and wrote the initial version of Turn Samurai. My the thing that I told myself is I was not going to hold back. Like I was going to put in all the blood, guts, boobs, and gore I wanted to. This was just me, kind of like just fully unleashing myself. Because at that point, I had written a few short stories. Like I had like a 2-page short story I wrote, and then I had like a kind of like a 13-page another short story I wrote. That was a bit of a project for me. And then I sat down and wrote this comic book script. And then yeah, and then over the kind of the next few years, I created Project Axis 2006. And then I kind of just created like 5 issues of each of those kind of over the course of the next few years. But yeah, and then I'd say about late teens, I revisited both Project Access and Turn Samurai, rewrote the scripts, kind of punched them up, brought them up into a modern format. Because, dear God, if I might show you those original versions sometimes. I still have versions that date back to 2009. Like those, like I still have those on my computer. And yeah, they're bad.
So you've
I
been at, so you put a lot of years and work into this, man, and it's starting to pay off, man. All luck to you.
I appreciate it, brother.
so like obviously like we just come up to the half an hour mark, and I've got like a few more questions
Mm-hmm.
before we end off. Um, so like I want to know is that would you ever put like Easter eggs for, let's say, for one of us to be in your comic as like as a Easter egg type of thing, a reference of
Yeah,
some sort?
yeah, I would I could do that. So there's been times I think in previous campaigns where like I've had tiers where I can get drawn in. No one really got those tiers. But yeah, for you guys, I could do that for you.
I was
Definitely,
just
man.
interested because I just find like, you know, if you, let's say if you do like a little Easter egg to say, oh well, I've done a, for example, oh I'm on a comics leagues in it, and there's like a little photo or something, and it's referencing to comics league of that ascent. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Like I like for example, in terms of Easter eggs of other creators, I am plotting on putting in like a little Easter egg of like someone on a train is going to be reading a comic book of a fellow creator of mine. Like they've been really supportive of me. They've been really good to me, and like they're actually launching their own comic here in a couple weeks, like a week or so. And I just I don't know. I just wanted to kind of do that for them, kind of put them in the put it in there. I thought that'd be nice.
That is epic, and like obviously seeming as you wouldn't mind putting people in the comic, is that uh as the character progresses, your protagonist, sorry, Kiro is progressing, will like um his relationship with uh his,
Tyler.
yeah, with Tyler, his relationship with Tyler change to one point at one point?
If you're speaking romantically, I'm just gonna say you'll have to read and find out. But broadly, yeah. I mean, these characters aren't static. They're kind of meant to change over time. You know, I mean, there's other characters who might kind of have feelings for them. You know, obviously Tyler and Kiro work very closely. You know, like he trains her. He's kind of like the master of her domain and whatnot. You know, technically Tyler is Kiro's boss, kind of thing. Um, and yeah, so the relationship will change, and where it'll go, you'll just have to find out.
uh, I can't wait, and like I'm sure Jay, he's got a couple of more questions, I'm pretty sure, after
What would
acknowledge.
you say to someone who's thinking about or considering starting their own indie comic right now?
Just write, just do it. Don't be concerned if your comic doesn't look as good as some of your peers. All that matters is that you do it and that you learn. It is perfect. Like if your first comic book is crap, that's fine. Just the fact that you released it still means that you did something that 90% of the world's population will never do. And you like that's what I've like. If you look at like issue one of Turn Samurai and look at this one, it is so much improved. Like I have put so much work into like taking feedback, like making things better. It's a journey. It's a process. Don't be afraid to just go for it. You know, and learn, improve, work on your craft. Even if your first release is bad, just don't compare yourself to other people. Like those people have put a lot more time than you have. You're just starting out. They've probably been around the scene for years at this point. Of course, they're going to be better. But here's the thing: you will be too in time.
So, okay, that's pretty nice advice because we know that Jared from Comics League is actually doing his own comic as well.
Oh, that's going to be so good. It's going to be
So
so
that
good.
it's very it's going to be very cool to see that. And don't
Mm-hmm.
worry, guys, we will be covering that on my channel in regards to his comic too.
You
So
better be.
so that is happening. Um, so um, like I want to ask this question, like two more questions I have, and then I think I'll end it off here. Um, so my next question is, of course, is that I already asked you about the Screecher crossover. Do you think that Samurai and Screecher, when they do decide to cross over eventually, will
Mm-hmm.
it be set in the future or will it be set into current times?
Yes.
So no, no, I mean, would it be set in the
Yes.
futuristic? Yeah, future. Okay,
I,
okay. I
hey,
just
hey, hey, I'm saying yes. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying yes to either one of them. I'm just saying yes.
okay, okay. So,
He's being purposely vague.
yeah, yeah. I'm just like I'm very intrigued to see how they would interact. Now, have you got an idea of how they would interact, or is it like still in your mind at the moment of thinking of
um,
how to do it?
I really only have the Product Access Turn Samurai crossover framed in
Yeah.
my head. Like I got that one pretty well planned out. Like I got like crossovers, like certain characters you see in Turn Samurai. You'll see like versions of them. There's kind of like an intermingling between the two stories, so you kind of see that. And as far as the Screecher one, I will say this: I haven't sat down and thought about it, but it will happen at some point.
Okay. Okay. I can't wait for this comic to happen. Jahid, do you have any uh further questions, or you pretty much?
I just want to say, man, all your hard work is finally paying off. Screecher's a hit. 2100. Hopefully, we'll continue. We'll start gaining some momentum after issue 3. Just keep doing the good work, man. It'll all pay off.
I appreciate you.
Yes. And do you mind if I post the link in my chat for
Oh,
your
please, by all means,
Indiegogo and to your Indiegogo project and your Twitter and your YouTube?
by all
Is that
means, brother.
okay? Perfect. Uh, okay. So in the chat now, guys, is the Indiegogo um project. If you guys want to support, if you guys want to back, which I recommend you do, to back Nick's 2100 Samurai issue 3, A Bridge Too Far. There's options there between $5 to $100. Obviously, the higher you go, the better it would help Nick. So feel free to check that out. Also, if you want to check out Nick on Twitter, then Nick's Twitter is at the Phoenix Press on social media. I believe, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so Nick's uh, uh, Twitter page is at the Phoenix Press, and he is currently at, I believe, he's at 1,896 followers. Let's see if we can get him up to 1,900, guys. If we can get him up to 1,900, that'd be epic.
I'm only
And
4 away from 1900.
yeah, so he's 4 away. So if you guys can do that, that'd be awesome and amazing. And we would appreciate you doing this. And as well, let me just get your YouTube page. And Nick just recently reached over 300 subs. So if we could get him up to 305, uh, you know, this
310.
week,
We can
oh,
do it, guys.
310, we can do it. We can do it. If we reach that, sorry, I put your streams in there. So people can check out your streams as well because Nick does do some epic streams as well. He's done the 2100 Samurai, and if you haven't checked out his SnyderCon Justice League stuff, you better check that out as
Oh,
well
that
because
video's
that
doing
was epic.
numbers. That video's doing numbers.
Yeah, and he recently did a stream with the one and only One Wrestleman for Power Rangers. So if you guys want to check that out, feel free to because that is epic as well.
Yeah, that was a get.
That was awesome. So with that being said, though, Nick, thank you for actually allowing me to do this interview with you. And have you got any further things you want to say, like promotional stuff you want to add to your
Just back turn samurai. We're really close to 30% funded. I'm hoping we can cross that line today, and we'll see what happens.
Perfect. Okay. So with
And,
that being said, Jay, he's got a question. Go ahead.
and
Go ahead.
before we go, I just wanted to mention how I found this the most mid game to come out this year, and they still want $60 for it. So,
What
just
game?
Gotham Knights.
That's a dig. That's a dig against you.
So with that being said, thank you for watching the stream, guys. Thank you to Phoenix Press for actually taking the courtesy to do a stream with me and actually for him to explain Samurai 2100 Samurai to me. And because I've never come across this comic before, I was invested in Screecher, and I'm still am invested in Screecher. So I can't wait for these two comics to cross over. I'm looking forward to that. And make sure you guys do support the Indiegogo, like I said before. And let's get him up to that 1,000 gold mark, and by the end of the month, guys, I'll be super appreciative of that. I've been your host, Taladia Plays. That has been Jay, my co-host, and Nick from the Phoenix Press. I will see you guys next time. So stay safe out there.
Wonder
And
Bat.
Wonderbat.
oh yes, Wonderbat, and by the way, we gotta play that Wonderbat clip. So, Jared, this is for
All
you.
right, I'll sing it right quick.
Let me try.
Okay.
Wonderbat, 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 Wonderbat.
And there we go. So we ended on Wonderbat from PK. So take care, guys, and peace out.
Flame off.